Balik tayo dito sa Kababayan Today. Kasama pa rin natin ang Professor for Ethnic Studies na si Professor Rod Labrador. Professor Rod, thank you so much for speaking to us on Kababayan Today. I think that it is fascinating that rap has been a medium that Filipinos are using because there is that misconception that it's only African American, right? So I know a lot of the older generation don't understand rap and they have no patience for it because it's not something that they can relate to, because it is something that the younger generation is able to really understand. How do we bridge that gap?
Yeah, I think, well, part of what needs to be done is really to kind of understand what the younger generation, the youth, what they're into. What is it that is relevant to them, right? And if we want to be able to reach them, I think we need to be able to speak in their own terms, be able to really kind of understand and take them and take what they're saying and know that it's meaningful, that it's real, that these are things, this is how, if hip-hop is the way that they want to use, if that's what they want to use to express themselves, then I think we also need to kind of respect that, compromise. I don't know if those are the most appropriate terms, but I think we also need to kind of meet them, at least meet them halfway, and understand, why is it that you're dancing in my garage? Why is it that you're dancing in the parks? Why is it that you like this kind of music that might not necessarily sound like it's Filipino, or that you might think is much more associated with the African American community? But if you think about it, Filipinos have been participating in hip-hop for decades now. And for this generation, this is what they know as their cultural form, as an art form. This is how they're expressing themselves, whether they're dancing, rapping, doing art, playing music, making music, the way they dress, right? All of these different things. We're part of a different generation now, where I think it's really this is the kind of hip-hop generation now. And hip-hop is very mainstream, but I think we need to kind of understand what our kids, what the youth, what's important to them.
Right. It seems to me that the youth they want to pursue their passions in the performing arts, but it's not really something that the older generation or parents encourage, because it's not, like I said, a profession.
Right.
Profession to not it's not a doctor
or even the right kind of doctor, right?
Right, yeah, because you're a doctor,
I
diba?
am.
Dr.
Yes.
Professor Rod, diba?
Yeah, but I think, it's a question of what are the traditional paths to what we consider success or making it. And I think you're right. We need to make sure and support our youth, support our children, support our community in pursuing their passions, right? And that if people are pursuing their passions, if people are doing the things that they think are important, those are the things that are going to help build our community. Those are the things that are going to push us forward, right? I don't think we can necessarily impose certain kinds of ideas, but at the same time, our job is really to mentor, to guide, to help, and to facilitate the success. And not necessarily kind of go with what you're doing is wrong, or what you're doing, I think, is...
Yeah, well, as we know, the parents usually say, "Oh, wow, look at all these A's, but look at that B." So it's basically being able to really bridge the gap by giving them a safe space, the youth a safe space to express themselves.
Yes.
All right. Maraming salamat, Professor Rod, for speaking to us on Kababayan Today. And that wraps up our episode here at the University of Hawaii in Manoa. Maraming salamat. We'll see you all again soon.